And in the banking space, I think ICICI Bank has been in laggards. I feel now the stock has been consolidated for quite some time.
So we just have to leave it on that note because we have some numbers which we have to reckon with. Sorry about that. We have the Britannia numbers which are flashing on your screen. So it's come in at around 219 odd crores in terms of a profit figure, as opposed to our expectations of around 203 odd crores. Remember that there could be a change in terms of the accounting, most likely 99%. So maybe we have to also work with what kind of profit growth we were expecting. We were expecting a profit growth of around 7% this quarter. So we should compare what they've delivered this time. 2196 is what they've delivered on the total income versus our expectations of 2211 crores. We were expecting a growth of around 9.5% in terms of the top line growth for Britannia this time. So it seems as though maybe they've delivered. We still need to compare the versus figure, and that's versus our poll expectations. The stock is up around 1.5%, reacting to what seems to be a good set of numbers.
It's a dream stock, if you owned it, that is, and it's done phenomenally well. Volume growth numbers in a bit as well, that should be important to track. But as the numbers that we have, the top line and the bottom line, the net number, they seem to be in line. Actually, on the bottom line front, the numbers are slightly ahead of expectations. Consolidated EBITDA, operating profit at about 316 crores compared to 306 odd crores. So it seems to be a bit of a beat. Margins at 14.4 compared to poll of 13.8 odd % or so. So actually, operationally, the numbers are better than what was being expected. But as my colleague Ekta pointed out, there is also the accounting change which one has to factor in. I mean, all of the expectation that one has been sort of reading and putting out, it's based on the earlier, not the new accounting format, the IND-AS. The results which are being announced are according. So there might be some changes here and there, which might account for some discrepancies. But if these are absolutely like to like, the numbers are absolutely in line and even slightly better operationally speaking. The stock's up a little bit more. It's up about 2.25% or so at this point. All right, more on Britannia, and we'll have our research analyst joining in to take us through some of the more finer points of the numbers in a bit. But on to the all-important monetary policy tomorrow, which will also be Raghuram Rajan's last policy as he retires in September. What should one expect from this policy? We have a guest joining in, but first of all, we have our in-house expert, Lata, joining in on this important issue. Lata, thank you very much for that. What is this policy really going to be about?
Well, we have to stop looking at rates. They were not